Hey guys, can you hear me and see the game now? Excellent. Um, we're basically exactly at the point where we left off last time, and in the meantime, two of the content creators that actually specialize in Norwegian rolling stock, they ported the Stadler Flirt from Transport Fever 1, and they ported it to work with Transport Fever 2. So now we're actually able to get rid of the German stuff we're running and go for the Swiss stuff instead. So this will basically turn into almost a purely NSB themed game, whereas we will have some other freight operators that's gonna just move freight for us. So I'm gonna start with I think I'm going to start with extending the line from Flekkefjord and to Kongsberg. And afterwards, we're also going to Stavern and then to Tvedestrand and Fredrikstad before we kind of slightly turn upwards to connect Lillesand as well. And I also see that we have a couple of towns over here like Hammerfest and Fagernes. And Fagernes already have a road connection to Stavern, so I was also thinking about making kind of a ring service going through these towns and taking a shortcut straight up here to Lillesand instead of turning down to Fredrikstad. Good evening, Sakura. Hey there, Bunnyman. Hey there, Frank and Lars Gunnar. And I saw you, Jerry. You wanted some boots, is that right? Hey there, Jan Erik. Hey there, Steven. Yeah, and I also thought we should kind of find a solution for some petrol or heating / oil service to Trondheim. So basically try to make this town kind of boom. And that means that we actually have to bring some commodity to this town. And I see that we have an oil field here and here, as well as a refinery here, and then another refinery, or yeah, this is just refinery. Oh, two refineries, and they just make petrol, and we can take that downtown. So yeah, so let's see, where do they want petrol in this town for heating and other applications? And then we have to take a look at this one, cargo layer. And excellent, it's already kind of close to the station, so we just need to expand what we already have. WPR? No, actually not. We don't have any double-decker trains in Norway. They were looking into the possibility of getting the Stadler Kiss, but they kind of dropped those plans because that would basically mean that we would have to elevate most of the bridges and kind of carve out higher tunnels as well. And so yeah, they just dropped those plans because it was not possible to do, or at least it would be hilariously expensive. So let's see. Let's start by stretching this line to Kongsberg, and then going to need to slap down a station here somewhere. To 240 meters, double track to high speed. Let's see. Try to plan it so that we can get the highest speed possible. Crossing over here, going past here. Yep. And going back down to the coastline or to the riverbed. So I guess something like this. See you later, Stellark. Hey there, Henry Lewis. I'm actually doing great. On my long period off, I've kind of extended, basically because we're suspended 15%. So yeah, I'm not going to work for another week, or at least until next Thursday. Let's see. Buildings, road. Here we are. So we're gonna need some electric tram service on this one. Okay, sorry dude, but you have to move for the sake of progress. See, just let down some more tram. We need to upgrade. Boom. So that's kind of ready. And then we need to start stretching the line down the coastline, crossing over the river here and connecting to the station. Okay, so I was basically thinking of streaming a new film today from Flum, which was like really strange, not seeing any tourists down there. But I did not manage to get that finished today, but that will be streamed tomorrow at 9:30, or excuse me, at 9. And we are going high speed. As high speed as possible. Thank you, David. Hey Naomi, yeah, you probably did. I know that Skydive DeLand opened this weekend and they had their first day of jumping on Saturday. And yeah, I must admit, I really miss Florida. Because I would really love to be there right now jumping out of planes. This too. Oops, this was kind of too close. So need to remove this and this. This and this. Need to get it closer here. Oh, let's see how it works out by doing 300 kilometers per hour out of this place as well. See if that is actually possible. Better do the other track. basically not. So we could go on the backside here, like this. Cross over here instead, just in front of the farm. Decisions. Yeah, I think I do that. EMH, yeah, there will be side views on this one. It's spring and it's gonna be up and down with some preparations in the beginning. So yes, there will be side views. And it will actually be the first one done with the GoPro 8 on side views as well. Naomi Garza could be, or am. See, and we are curving around here. Okay, and that is done. Now we kind of need to repair the damages we did here. So we are going to see, here we have roads. We are not going to have any tram stuff on this one, and we are going side of town, and we don't need to upgrade. Yes. So just build the road along here. We will just cross the track basically like this, and we need to elevate it. It's kind of a bit closer maybe. Here. Let's look okay. Better. Maybe we could lower it. Yeah. And how does that look with the catenary? It's good. Looks good. Boom. I really love the look of these stone bridges. They're... This is interesting. Wouldn't crash into that. Oh, still too close to the track. Yeah, this looks better. Okay, and we need to build a crossover. To try to have this at approximately at 160. Okay, so now we're done that, the first part. And we need to have some tram service in this town and then extend both lines. Buildings. I think this should, these 3 stops, I think is going to cover the whole town. And then we need a tram stop. Line. We put Kongsberg, SSV, counterclockwise, and a new one. Clockwise. I can't spell today. Let's see. Like that. And then we need to buy 2 trams. And we will start with this 100 kilowatts. Whoa, thank you for the super chat, Ryan. These are cheaper. So going for a couple of these to start with, and then we can upgrade later. That we will slap onto. Hey, where's the line? Did I? Yeah, that's right. Do this. We need to add stops. So the counterclockwise will go here, here, and here before returning down there. And this one will go other way. This. Then we can add the trans. So now they are going around town picking up people, and then we need to get these trains to go all the way down there. So we're going to edit line number 4. Flekkefjord, and then you are going to Kongsberg and back to Flekkefjord. And back at Flekkefjord we need, or the other way, we need you basically to switch sides, so now it's correct. People going. Alright. That's odd. destination commercial building, but where? Looks like you're going in the opposite direction. It's using line 4 to... This is weird. Anyway, let's see how that pans out. But this looks okay. And yeah. So that is done. And let's celebrate that with upgrading all the line 4s to clerks. Here we are. How many? We just actually have one train. So we are going to replace you with one of these. Yep, Lars Gunnar, let's flirt it. And as in real life, the top speed on that train is 200 kilometers per hour in this game, and considering that these German trains actually just have a top speed of 140, and that's basically because these are working more as a metro train, like really local service, and not constructed for distances like this. So we are going to exchange you guys as well. Place you all with one of these. Replace. Hunting all trains. Vehicles. Going to replace you guys too. $121 million in just new trains this far. one. Oh. Stefan Esmigo, yeah, they really do. They look really great in this game, considering that it is actually just modeled out of estimates. I think they did a really good job. See, passengers do we have here? 54 is good. And now we are going to try to connect Stavern as well. Because Stavern, as you can see, has turned into quite a big town. And there is, looks like, a lot of people traveling this way up to Fagernes. So I really want to cache those as well later. As you can see here at Tvedestrand, there's also a lot of traffic going to both Fredrikstad and up to Lillesand. So these are definitely towns I want to transfer people from road vehicles over to train. So let's destroy their beach areas. But am I going to preserve the houses, or shall we maybe build a station like out here and just transfer people with tram? Let's see. Since we are going to have the ring service at this station, I think we're also going to try to have more tracks. Okay, so going to need some tram tracks. So what was the catchment area for that? So there, and this one here. Should cover most of it. What's the name of this? Stavern. Stavern. Counterclockwise. And Stavern. Clockwise. That. And this is obviously a bigger city, so I am going to buy bigger trams. 327. This one can take 45, but has a 65 in emission. This has 65, 65. This looks sleeker though. Thank you so much for the super chat, Gervinder. How are you doing, Gervinder? Okay, I'll go for this one right now. Okay, so let's start on the journey down. Yeah, Gurvinder, it is. It's been kind of a lot of gaming and video editing the past couple of days. Tramper, I did not actually have the chance to watch that yet, and that's basically because I've been swamped in work. I've been editing new video, and yeah. Ooh, ooh, barely. 299. We ain't having anything for 299. Okay, now let's try to get this bridge connected to the other side again. Need to upgrade this new bridge. Wait, what I intended? Mm. It's quite high. Okay, let's try and move it. Try to make it as organic as possible so it doesn't look like super constructed. how to continue to try and connect. Signal. Boom, that's done. Now let's extend the line even further to see if we can get more passengers. We are extending line 1. Oopsie daisy. Line 4, I mean. This one. So we are continuing to Kongsberg, and then we also need to choose the right place. That station. This, and we need to go back as well. And we want to do that in track 2. Let's speed this up and see what happens. If people are starting to flock to the station. This looks like one person, but not going to the station. And people, I provided you guys with train. Everyone loves train. Travel with train. Hey there, Ralph. How are you doing? Ralph, are you keeping Naomi fed? People! See if more are coming. It's another one. And as you can see, the town is actually starting to boom. What? Didn't it pick up anyone? It's full. Oh dear. I think we're gonna clone you to have 2 trains. Manage vehicles. I'm gonna clone it. How many are waiting on this station? 200 and 322. Okay, I see what's going on here. We actually need to do more than just actually need to add another set like this. Modify. Hey there, Ralph. Are you keeping Naomi fed? It's important that she gets enough food. Johannes Mele. Do you want me to make Drum Station really confusing? Do you find Drum Station confusing in real life? Okay, the picture on the train is of the name of that lady. Her first name is Tonje, and NSB actually had kind of a commercial stunt where they actually took some of their most loyal customers and they did a portrait interview with them and painted their face on several flirts. So yeah, if you ever are in Oslo and you see the face of Tonje or some other people on the front of the train, it's basically because they are loyal customers and use the train to commute every day and have done so for several years. That is not bad. Going back and we are continuing to expand. Steven Kessler, you actually have Transport Fever 2 now. That's wicked. But as you know, it is actually a game where you try and fail, try and fail, try and fail, try and fail, and at some point things are starting to fall into place and you see how fast you actually can expand if you hit or find the right combination. As you probably saw in the early stages, I think it was in episode 1, was it episode 1? Where I almost actually ran bankrupt, so I really had to find money and find it fast. So I took up an extensive loan in the game and actually hoped for the best because I saw some freight opportunities and that really turned out good and the monies actually started to run in. And then I was able to build more comprehensive and expensive railroad projects, and yeah, just went stratospheric from there. Let's see, how am I? Are we going on the outside of this one, or do we have to go on the inside? Looks like we have to go on the inside. Unless I destroy the riverbed. But here. To go. Do. See. Outside, outside. So we're going outside. Hey there, train geek. to do that side first. Track. Let's see. We are going to... This is expensive. Hey there, Joe. How are you doing? I guess it's still early there down under, isn't it? Or no, yeah, it should be early. It should be like really super morning. Our cold is pretty steep. Don't you guys agree? I have actually no idea why I'm building along the riverside here. And to be quite honest, I think there is a reason. It actually reminds me of a line here in Norway, or two lines. The one runs from Oslo to Lillestrøm, and from Lillestrøm to Årnes and Kongsvinger. That's kind of northeast of Oslo. And that actually runs along the longest river in Norway, or the largest river in Norway. And yeah, I think that is basically why I'm doing this. And that is actually that was actually one of my favorite routes to drive when I was based in Oslo. It was local service, but it was, yeah, it was beautiful. So one day I hope I will be able to drive that again. Yeah, it's a really scenic route. Even though that part of the country is like really flat, so really looks like this, but with none of the hills and mountains. It's just like farms and grain farms and farms and farms and farms and forest. And traveling like a passenger on lines like this that goes along the water it's complete bliss. Just look out the window and let your mind and thoughts just drift, and yeah. This was a really long stretch. Aren't we there yet? Holy cow. Okay, there we are. Time to slam up station. And let's see, now we need to position ourselves so we're actually going to get there best possible way. And since I said that we were going to build like 2 lines, one that catches this town and up to Lillesand, and one that is going to be part of the ring, I will just go from here and up there. So there will be 4 tracks at this station as well. I will place the station like this. We are notch this way and like that. Naomi, yeah, I can basically do that. You really love that tunnel, don't you? Bjarne Betjent, that my favorite train, there are actually 2 favorite trains I really like to drive. The one doesn't service the Bergen line anymore, and that is the Class 73. And that is basically because of the driver's environment and that it's like super quiet. It almost feels like sitting in a cockpit of an airplane. And my favorite rolling stock is the L18. That is definitely my favorite to drive. Now try to align these tracks for maximum speed. Peatron, Peatron, he is one of the guys who actually makes content for this game, and I mean seriously, bravo guys, bravo. You guys are really making this game completely awesome. Now let's see, can we... Nope. It's too tight here, so we need to remove, I think, 17 kilometers per hour. So I think even need to move this much. Get this right. Still 280. Okay. Then we will go into orange. What now? 300. Christine G, I told what I was going to do in the beginning, and just a small recap on that. The plan was to extend the line from Flekkefjord, which we have done. So the first station we connected it to was Kongsberg, and then I continued along the river here, and we connected Stavern. And now we've just continued down the river, and we're basically going to connect Tvedestrand and and Fredrikstad and Lillesand. That will be kind of the super intercity or regional line, and then I'm going to make kind of a ring which connects Tvedestrand to Lillesand, to Hammerfest, to Fagernes, and then go back down to Stavern. So we will just have kind of intercity ring going around here to connect these cities together. And then after that, I was thinking of trying to make Trondheim kind of booming, to start growing really fast. And that means that I will need to provide them with some commodities. And in this episode, I am planning to try to get this oil here from these two oil fields to that refinery down to this petrol production plant, which is basically a refinery, and from here and into the city. That is the plan. Norwegian Triangle, yeah. Oh yeah, the news on the crash that happened down in Vestfold. Basically what happened was that there was a truck with a boat with a really low trailer on it. The boat was loaded on a really low trailer, and the gradient, or the top, like the summit per se, on the level crossing was kind of too steep. So the trailer got stuck on the level crossing, and the gates went down on each side of the boat and between the boat and the truck, and then comes the train. And the train hit the boat really hard, obviously, and the trailer was also so low that it actually went under the train, and the train basically jumped over the trailer. So it was massive and extensive damage to the track bed. The sleepers were totally crushed. The damage on the train is also extensive. The undercarriage of the train was completely tarnished, so I'm not sure how long it will take to repair it, but it did not look good. It did not look good at all. So it's going to be quite exciting to see if that was a class 74 flirt, which is used as an intercity train between Skien and Lillehammer. And I'm basically not sure if that train is coming back. That completely depends on the damage on the undercarriage and the structure of the carriage itself. Eric Kravek, I'm really sorry about that. I did punch in that the stream was supposed to start at 9:30, but for some strange reason, when I do that, it just switches over to like 3:30 a.m. after I've saved it, and yeah, it's just weird. I've been reading somewhere that there are some other creators on YouTube that has experienced the same thing, but this it should have been fixed like last weekend or something, but it's still happening. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Hey, let's see. Put you in here somewhere. This. So we're going up there. Salad. Shallow. Like this. Place it here. Basically the same procedure here as well. Oh. This is going to be a 200-ish curve. Which is needed. Stretch as far as that, or we have. Okay, Kravik, are you gonna play along? I think this might be the longest straight stretch in this save game, actually. Okay. Now we're actually connected several towns and did... No, we did not. So we need to put up some tram services or bus services. And this place looks kind of small. That house to make basically the services line up. Okay, try tram on this one as well. things. Stops there. Over this part and put up. No, put it here. In case we need to go down there in the future. That. Same here. Here just catch out the city center as well. And we need a depot. Put that up in the industrial area. And same here. So we need to lay down some tram tracks. See where to go. This. Should I go like this or go up here? A lot of traffic up here, so definitely we are punching through here. We have to move. Okay, and now the buildings. Okay, just and just put one last one down here. Here we are. And for oh, clockwise, like this, and the one that going clockwise going like that. And now let's see, there are actually no tram tracks going like that, so it will be forced around anyways. 5 vehicles. We will go for the calf, this one, because this town is quite big. So 2 of those. let's take a ride around town. Sakura, do you have Steam? Where were you planning to purchase the game? Yeah, this actually brings back some old memories. Actually, driving trams in Oslo was pretty cool. Very stressful, but it was cool. It turned around? Why the heck would it turn around? Aha! Okay, I see what's going on. Terminals, we need to switch terminal. And this one is going to terminal 1. Like that. Fixed. Is this happening any other places? Nope. Okay, then this should be running smoothly, and then we just need to fix some sort of public transport within the city of Fredrikstad. Okay, let's see. Oops. Bringing up the line tab again, and then we are starting. We are going counterclockwise to here, here, there. And we are doing it clockwise. Like that. This is a fairly small city, so I guess we will go with the smaller type of trams, the Skoda. Alright. Hey. Falling apart, dude. So are you. Okay, so now we have services running in that town. We have the crossover ready, and then let's see, we'll just make a crossover here too, just in case. Since we are also building that, and we're going to do 4 tracks, I think we'll just see. Basically, just prepare things. Ring. Stretching a bit. I'm building that middle track here because it takes up the same space as the platform, and it makes it more symmetrical when you do it like that. So after I'm done finished building it, to get the right distance, I just remove the track. Let's see, we are doing 160. It gets 128 in that end. Okay, I can live with that. Do the same here. Oh, 160? There. And now I basically can remove these and these. And see, that's 105. I want more. I want the speed to be as high as possible. How much curvature? Hello? See, that's 6. How about now? 135, 199, and 300 and 113. Can we do better? Yes, I think we can. There we are, 161. I think we can go even faster. Nope. Here. Here. Still no. $171 and $133. This is no bueno. $40. Probably the best we can do. Just past middle here. Okay. 40 it is. Okay, now that's done. And then we can extend the line. Again. doing line 4. And stations, and where are we going? From Stavern. From Stavern. Here, here, here. Back. Still using track 4. There. This station. Strand. 4. Right. So now, where is the closest train? Seriously? Here you are? Doesn't look like this driver pays much attention to what's going on the outside. Yeah, I'm actually afraid that was exactly what that dude was doing. Holy cow, yeah, texting. That is not the smart thing to do. Hey there, Range Rover. Actually, there is one thing that kind of struck me. And that is that I don't think the platform at Trondheim is long enough for 2 flirts. So we need to check that out. Flying over. Going in here and... yeah, I don't think this is long enough. So where's the next train? So we can actually see that for ourselves. Speed it up. Oh yeah, it's basically a lot of trains. Or passengers, I mean. Yeah, that's a lot. There's the other one. 144. Oh, does it look down here? 3. We're just there, right? So they are, or have they met yet? Here they are. So how many trains do we actually have on this line? We have 2. Better make it 3. Eric, Kravik, the goal in this save game is to connect the cities along the riverside here. And after that, I was thinking about kind of making a ring that goes up here to Hamfest, Fagernes, and back down to Stavern. And the last thing I want to do is to make Trondheim start booming, so they are definitely going to need some sort of commodity, and I think at this point it's going to be fuel. So making a freight line that goes from these oil fields to that refinery and then down to this fuel processing plant, which is basically also a refinery, and then from there and straight into the station. So it's going to be kind of a ring. Yeah, that is basically the meaning or goal in this save game. Yeah, now a train should be approaching Trondheim. Yep, here it is. And as you can see, the station is definitely not long enough. So we need to do something here. That means we have to extend the station, so now I'm gonna pause it because this will play havoc to more several lines. And road connections as well. Okay, let's see. There. Gearboxes for the switches. And then we need to start seeing this. And stretch out here as well. That. And configure. So it was sticking out with kind of two carriages, so like that, I guess. Cargo buildings and platforms. There. And let's just fix this as well. Extending the tracks. So now we have that, and since we're already on it, we can just make it ready for the cargo platform as well. This is one of the cool things and the improvements from the original Transport Fever, the first installment. It's basically that you can have a multi-purpose station and that you're actually able to customize your station to fit your needs. There. Now we have a cargo, and we have a regional train from Oslo going in this track, and we have line 4, the riverbed service, which will arrive and depart from this track. And now we just need to fit all this back together, if possible. Saving, and that's good. Which reminds me, we need to save this game. Okay. It's worked well so far. And we need to stretch it from here and up there. Nice. And then we need to make sure that when leaving this track, it's actually able to go to this track, and then we are actually double slip switch. That makes it possible for any train to go this way, or like that, or as usual, like across. So where's the next train now? Are these tram stops covering everything still? Yes, they are. Which is good. But we don't have any coverage up here. Oh yeah, we do. Okay. I'll basically try to make this right now. Okay, so then we're gonna need cargo. Gonna go on track. Hold up. Oh yeah. Sorry. I have fixed something, or the city management will be angry at me. So we need to connect this to the other side again. Streets, thank you. Street, that's not what I want. Curve nicely. That's more like it. Ah. Okay. Let's see. Try and find a different path for this one. Does this look better? It does not. Let's try and just go straight over like this. Whoa, thank you so much for the super chat, Stephanie. Thank you. Ah, this looks much better. Beautiful stone bridge. See, now we have the bridge done and we have this done. The red exclamation mark is gone, so then we can continue on our quest for oil. We needed a cargo station, which we have here, and just make sure that it's actually connected to the oil field, and when it's kind of connected or in contact with, then you will see it turning white like that. And the only thing you need is kind of like, if you look just above the price, you can see it connecting with a blue line to the oil field. That means that you actually have a path. See, just turn it a bit more like this and we can take a look at it. There. Then you see you kind of have this path over between there and here. That means that they're able to move the oil back and forth, or just one way this instance. And we need to and this is going to be kind of challenging, I think, because what just occurred to me is that there is a huge gradient straight in front of us. We are actually going to the top of this hill. There. So this is going to be steep. So we will place a station up here as well. Since this is freight, I really do not care so much about the speed. Let's see. Let's get this pushed back as far as possible, but still have a catchment area. I think we actually can do. See. Come on. Get as close as possible without becoming red. Have any catch? Not yet. Like that. And then we will just slam in the road. And then I think we're gonna get catchment there. Yeah. Now we have catchment. Then, instead of like building a completely new track, we can just connect into this one, and since it's already built for the gradient here, and then we can just go off here and try to come over or under and connect it down here. So just need to put up a station here as well. And we are going to need to go under all of this and over to the other side, so I will push this as far back as possible. Attachment. Excellent. That. Then we're going to try to connect this. And 138. We're going to try for 140. And now I have this part done, and now we need to connect this end and this end. So let's see. This is going to be steep. This is going to be hilariously steep, but we can still do 140. So since the traction, the engines and stuff we're going to use in this doesn't go faster than 140, I think this should work. Oh, I think I need to go like, let's see, reverse this manner without, yeah, there it starts kind of to dig. Avoid that. Digging. Where does it not dig as much? Here. Kinda looks like a tunnel will be inevitable. Oh, base. Oh, this is actually working. How to just flip it over there. Yeah, the game clears those trees away, and if I remove the track, you can actually see the scar because it doesn't replant the trees afterwards. Ah, one tunnel. One tunnel. We can survive that. Just one tunnel, and it's pretty short as well. Should we go for the brick tunnel like this, the stony one, or should we do a modern one? What do you think, guys? Modern? Modern or the old good old-fashioned tunnels? Brick. And brick it is. Boom. Nice. Old-fashioned. Fits freight perfectly. Hey there, Shelly. Welcome back. Okay, 68. Now let's see if we can increase that speed. But that means that we will have a slower speed in the other end. That does not really matter. Average of 80. Boom. And we need a couple of signals. Like that. And since the train that is going here has a speed of 160, and we are now putting in a slow freight train, instead of having the other train waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, it is better to put in some more block posts so that it doesn't have to wait as much. And now we need to connect this to this. Bridge or tunnel? What do you guys think? Bridge or tunnel? Bridge, tunnel, bridge, Let's see, we can try bridge and see what that looks like. Bridge. See if this actually works. And start elevating. No, that did not work very well. Let's see. And we elevate more. Elevate more. Elevate more. Come on. Oh. I think Naomi is gonna win on this one because I think it will actually be easier to do this tunnel-wise, or else we would have to go like really far out and back this way. And let's see if how far we need to go before we actually get that bridge. Now we're as steep as we can go. And yeah, this is basically, we have to go really far. Okay, it's gonna be a tunnel. So I am actually going to use one mod that I downloaded from Steam, which is actually a compact tunnel entrance like this. Now let's see if we can kind of modify it, or is it looks kind of like really steep. So let's see. We can make the gradient better. See, tracks, way road, one-way structures here. We'll remove length. Okay, if we remove there. Now let's see if we can make this better. Make it more smooth. That is, going from here to there, 300. What? Let's try. Oh, there it is. Looks better. And then we will still continue to configure this one. And basically oh dear. Let's see. Underground. Turn out. We want you to turn this way. And the length of the underground. Can I do something about that? Nope. Obviously not. I think I might have chosen a too long one. One that is too long. I am going to try this and see how this works out. This just digs deeper and deeper, even though it's as steep as it can go. We have to do something here to shorten the whole thing, actually. So, let's try again. Things, and we are reducing the U. Like, this looks much better. Seriously. Ground turn, surface turn. We can make you turn a bit already here. Wicked. Length 85, portal height, track numbers 1. Let's see, surface pre-adjustment percentage. What does this mean? Does it get like flatter in there? Let's see. Adjustment 1. Well. Okay, let's try this. Just do the underground turn as well. 9.7. Continue the configuration. Structure. Move this. And then we will just stretch the track to make it look smoother. Alright. That did not work well. Problem solved. Looks horrible, but it works. I hope. Now let's try this. Can we come up at some point here? Why is this not working? Why? Is this not working? Okay, let's try the other way around. You are not just going that, you're going as steep as humanly possible, and you are going to be connected to this one. Hey! Too much slope. If we try this. Bad idea. Okay, I think I see where we need to get connected. Way up here. Like that. Here. That actually worked. More slope. Okay, let's come over here. Further. We're actually able to connect. Okay. Basically, it doesn't look like it's gonna go with a line anyways. So this is basically gonna be its own line. Let's get rid of that and just do this. Okay, so now we have it, but we still need to get from here and into the city. And we're basically going to use another compact tunnel like this. And we are going to do a switcheroo and make it 9.7 in the other direction. That. Of course, this one needs to go in the other direction as well. Boom. Yep. And then we actually going to have one over here. And since it's straight, let's do straight as possible. It's great. And we just need to connect these two. This looks nice. Pretty steep though. Oh no, can someone heist for me? Come on, heist for me. And we need a depot. Here I am actually going to put on a cargo building here. Here. Perfect. So a new line. And this will be Trondheim Oil Service. with this, we need electric locomotive and are doing a hectare. Or a rail pool. They have a rail pool here. Cause the rail pool is also the one that Ruinet leases. See. Oh, we need AC. Yeah. Add cargo. Good. Do? Should I do more? See you later, Winnie man. Woo, woo. Oh. What is this train? Oh, yeah. Sorry. $121 barrels. This is producing 44. Not much yet. Speed this up further to see if there is an increase. Yeah, Eric, I know. I think we need to manage this line. So, at Trondheim East and Trondheim Branch, we are not going to unload anything. Trondheim East, Trondheim Branch. Not going to unload. I'm gonna pick up. There. Okay, right now this line is actually doing 187k plus 695. Let's see if it can go higher. Just call you Eric. Or Erik Norgeman. Or Erik Norgeman. Norgi. Let's see. Hey there, Kevin. $6 million. That was not bad. See you later, Stephanie. well into the plus. This is good. And it looks like even more oil is produced. 157 compared to 141 on the last trip. That means that this train should now be full after this stop. Steven Kessler, yeah, this is definitely being posted on the channel. I was supposed to do a stream from the Flom line today, but I didn't manage to get that video finished in time. So it will be aired tomorrow at 9 p.m. So instead of having the game stream tomorrow, I just did a switcheroo and yeah. So have the game stream today and the Flom line tomorrow at 9 p.m. Ok, Erik, den er grei. Oh, from 6 million to 8 million. 9 million. Trondheim is actually becoming a busy station. And the town is starting to boom. $151. Yep, I think I'm gonna slap on another tanker on this one. Modify, and we will add you. Modify. Really looks like this train is doing fairly good now, so just leave it with that on that part. We are now earning over 100 million. This is good, and we have 1.5 billion in the bank, so it's almost like you can just like get sloppy and still earn money, but no, we're trying to have everything in the blue. Let's see what actually, if we look at the account, we can see that all road vehicles are earning money, railroad earning money, and we don't have any water, and the airplane is or airline is actually earning money that too. So this is actually really good. But what is on maintenance? Yeah, of course that will always be in the red. Naomi? No, I'm not deer hunting, but I actually, on my trip to Bergen here one morning, I actually almost hit the deer. If I had been driving the line speed, I would actually hit that deer, but didn't. So I'm thankful for that. So you'll actually in one future video see a deer crossing the line. And you know what? It was no deer crossing sign there. Okay, so now we're gonna start on the Fagernes ring. So we are going to build our way. I think we're gonna start here at Stavern. This part is okay, but we need to do some adjustments here in Stavern because we need to connect those two tracks to this one. And then they are going to do 2 service on this line until we come to Tvedstrand. Then we're gonna like veer off, go up, and to Lillesand. And from Lillesand, we are going on. There's the town. And then I think we're actually going to go through here. This will probably be the easiest way. And through this mountain, coming out here, connecting on. Should I do on the north side or side? I think I'll do it here. Go like a curve through here, and then continue like here. Do it on the inside between the road and this steel mill. Go through this mountain pass here and connect to Fagernes. And from here, we'll go just follow this road past that farm and down here and into Stavern station. This part here is actually going to be really interesting to traverse. So looks like there's actually going to be a viaduct, at least one, and hopefully not so many more. And it looks like it's going to be quite steep as well. Thank you so much for the super chat, Solnex. Yeah, it's going to be quite steep, and this is going to be a huge project. So let's get down. Just put the game into normal speed, and then we will start here. So try to get the highest possible speed. This. What's that? It's 162, 150. Like some more. Why does that not work? What's that? And that. Okay, 147. We had a higher speed earlier, so we are going to try that all. Nope. Let's get better oversight. It's 136, that was really lousy. This is too high, so try from that. Closer. Or so that's somewhere here. 151. Okay. That's the maximum we're gonna get from this. Thank you so much for the super chat, Roger. And we need to place a station here. So get as close to that building as possible. Because by making this road, I can remove this one without this building being demolished. That is kind of cool. Or not cool, it's just great. That we need to put up a station. Buildings. Station 240, and we are doing double tracked. That. Put up a station here as well. And where did we decide to put it? Was it on the top side or lower side? Lower side. So here. Let's see. We do not want to demolish that building because this town is like really small. So what if I do this? Can I demolish? No. I'm sorry, you have to move. What? And then we need to put up a station here at Fogness. I think it's gonna be the same here. It looks like someone will have to move. Or not. There. Okay, now though, and we have a station there as well, and then we can go from here and up. But I also said that we are going to extend this line as well to Fredrikstad, so I will make this... Shall I? No, I do not need that. I can actually use 2 tracks or 2 stations at the same time. So yeah, I just need to think. The safest will actually be to do 4 tracks because if you have several lines going into one platform, you are actually stealing capacity from the other line. So there's not... Basically, it will mean that there are less people that will be able to travel with one line due to a lot of people waiting for the other line at the same platform. And that is something that differs from this game compared to like Open Transport Tycoon or the old Transport Tycoon. It's basically that Trains does not just choose the platform or track that is actually free at the station. They actually has a dedicated track, so they're basically working as terminals. And that can actually be related to how things works today. Especially in modern railroad, we see it here in Norway as well. Before it was like, yeah, that train usually runs from that track, but it could always switch. But now these days they kind of do it the other way around. They say that the train will always leave from that track unless something else is, if something is changed. But they never planned it like that before. It was more fluid, but now everything is more locked. Stephanie Smigo, this is actually a random generated map, but you get to tell the system that you kind of want this and that. So you can choose to have it hilly, you can choose how much water it's going to be in it, if it's going to be temperate, dry, or tropical, and you can choose how much industry is going to be there and how many towns that's going to be there. So to make it as close to Norway as possible, I put the industry to medium and towns to low. So the distance between towns are greater. Yeah, thus, and the hilliness, thus it makes things more expensive to construct. So it was kind of a challenge. Previously, I've been basically building on mostly flat maps, so I really had to like redo everything, the whole approach for building in this game compared to earlier games, and that's kind of part of the challenge. Yeah, that's right, Erik. R20 is always from track 18. How is that possible? Oh yeah, R20. Sorry, my bad. I was thinking about R10. Oh, we need some snow? We need some snow here. Let's see. Shall we add some snow? Paint tools. We need some white stuff on tops of these mountains. Seven Kessler, yeah, that those two airports are still operational. Let's check in on them. Did I just hear an aircraft? No one waiting. That means that they're probably, that plane just left. Let's see how it is doing on the other side here. 24 waiting. This is good. This is really good. Let's see. Airline. Let's check out. 8 million a year. That is, and 31 or 37. This is quite good. But this service running here, I think is still like really bleeding. Here it is. Yeah, this is like losing money. 2 million probably more. 22 going. That means actually what this should have been swapped to is basically a tram service. So I think I am going to remove that station with time and just swap it out with a tram service going to the same station. Yeah, drone. Let's see. We were on the Foggerness Ring. Okay, so we need to curb under town here, so we are definitely going to use this thingy here again. Now we are doing 2 tracks. And let's make it a bit longer. Do more. There we have a collision. Let's see. I want you to be... Oh, why do they have to use sliders? I just want it to be 0. 0.6? That's not good. I want 0. 0, 0. Okay. It's a positive term. So, better with. Collision, yeah. 113, try 110. Still collision. Being smarty pants again. Structures. Remove this part here. That. And what do we have? So on tracks to make transition smoother. Yep. Down. Okay, so now we have that compact tunnel done, and then we can do the same up here. And since we are blasting out of town this way, I think we'll just use the to here on the outside building. Yep, thank you. And configure this one as well, structures, and then remove some parts of the tracks. Whoops, that was a bit more than I anticipated, but okay, we can make do. And add our own tracks. There. 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 Oh. And then I will just stretch these 2 tracks past as well. these are going on the outside as much as possible down here. But now let's focus on this ring. How much stretch you get down there? Oh wow. Seriously? Just 1 million? With this? Thanks, Lars. I will try to double click next time. Everything 300. This is pretty awesome. Okay, we'll go with this. Cause trying to go on the outside, and this is just like really steep. See, we can try to make this surface at some point. This. Yeah, as you can see, it would not be very much on the surface. So, and the price, I think that might have increased. Yeah. It went actually from 1 million to 19 million. So if we now just lower this down. What? Was that the price I saw earlier? Okay, this is cheaper. Let's have it on the outside. Okay, then we say thank you. 19 million. Boom, straight out the window. Did I just see 157 in speed limit? Nope. Was my bad. There. Let's see. Now we have an open section right here. And everything is connected here. Excellent. And we have an exit out onto the main line here. And yep, we're also going, whoops, also going up here, 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 and here. So let's continue from Lillesand. Have to go from this side as well, just to make sure that we are actually able to line them up. Headquarters. Rail Cowgirl Transport. Where is my headquarters? I think it's in Oslo. Yes, it is. It's in Oslo. And right now it looks like this. Rail Cowgirl Transport. Just 41? What? I need to earn more. A lot more. Let's see. Flying back on this huge map takes some time. Okay, here we are. And we have come this far, and now we are going further. Let's see. Connecting here. Oh, trying to avoid bridges. Okay, now it's just a mountain between this and this. That's a $6 million Reno. Oh. Hey Naomi, this is basically the Finse tunnel. Okay, and now we need to connect Fagernes and this at Hammerfest. Let's see, how can we pull you before we have to start evaluating our moves? Smart. And we have to go from here, but we have this in a way. And so it might happen that we have to move that road. And it basically looks like we have to. Double level crossing for you, baby. Is as close to road as possible. Can we build this without going through? That would actually mean a bridge. Let's try without the tunnel. Nah, it's pulling through a tunnel anyway. Uh-oh. And re-establish that road before the local authorities gets really mad. We're on the track. See how it's lined up. It's like this lined up very good. No, it didn't. Then, yeah. Can we do this? Number 6 to 32. I'll have to go further back. Here. Once again, 300, 300, 272, 94. And we are going to try to make this possible on our own. Okay, this is just... It's kind of hoping for 300 stretch, but... It can happen. It actually can happen. $68. And why do you go straight? Okay, let's see. Okay, sure, and if we do this, do 300. Did you know? Let's plant some trees. Oops, wrong type of tree. Wrong type. Okay. Okay, now we're this far, and now we just need to connect this. Trying to avoid bridges at the same time. See, we need to get closer to that farm. So that means it more out like this. And do the curve. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Have to come out from here as well. So we will make this a 200 curve. 171. And 8. To kind of get closer. See if we have, yeah, we're at 201 here. 200. This. There's our viaducts. Another type of bridge. Lower. More open. There. Now we have this part done. Now we need to find a way to traverse this. So far, so good. Nope. Smaller increments then. basically need to elevate this part. Ah. Okay. What's possible? This we will need to fix. So, removing that part and adding the new tracks. See? Up here, connecting, and then we need to fix what we did here. And everything is fixable with a bridge. So let's see if we can make a bridge and keep it as it is right now without making it too steep. This looks nice. Close. E2, close. How about now? Nice arc. Good old-fashioned bridge. We are. Isn't spacious? Okay, so now we basically have connected the whole fogginess ring, as I have named it. And now I just need to make some passover loops. And we need to have some public transport in the towns to bring people to the station. See, we are basically, I think we're gonna put the depot here, since we call it fogginess ring, and I would believe that the most sensible thing is to put the depot here. It's a double slab. That. Oh, hello. Bear cam. Way to go, Stellark. Okay, and public transport's in town. So, see. We need fogginess to kind of explode in population, so well, I actually expect it to explode since there is a lot of traffic going down to Stavern. So we are doing a small tram service in this one. You think I love trams? Yes, I do. I think... Whoa. I completely destroyed the town. That was not... Whoa there. Sorry guys. I did not mean to destroy your town. Let's see. I'm gonna build stretch you down here. Fine. So what I am going to do is just remove the tram tracks from that road to make sure that they go down this way instead of turning up there. Let's see. Keep. Oh no. Boom. That, and then we will put in tram to service. Speed up. Let's see them. Okay, so people are already starting to use the tram service, and you can see that the town is kind of booming. And then we need to do... Have we done that up here as well? No, we need to do that as well for Lillesand. And this place, I mean seriously, this is just too small to have in tram service, so here we will do bus. and it's basically just gonna be three stops. And bus service, smack it there. Vehicles. In this studio? Ah, I need to make the lines. Look, public transport, and the town starts kind of booming. And let's get over here, and this town is fairly larger, so we will make this a tram town as well. It's gonna be, yeah, they did. Okay, and now for the stops. Oh, one road needs to be fixed, and it's this one. And then this. Thank you so much for the super chat, Sakura. Is everything covered now? I don't think so. I knew I should have put one here instead. So I'm going to do that. And then we're gonna remove these two. Okay, now that's done, and now we can start on the huge ring. Okay, so we are going to do basically the same here, have two lines, one in each direction. So we call it Fagernes ring, counterclockwise, and Fagernes ring clockwise. And back to Fagernes. And then we will do the opposite with this one. Fagernes to Stavern. Söderstrand. Lillesand. Hammerfest. And back to Fagernes. And for that, we are buying 2 flirts. Need to update this. 68 million. Yep, here we are. Boom. And you will go counterclockwise, and you will go clockwise. I think we'll join you. Sakura, yeah, I will fix the points later, so no worries. It will be adjusted. You live in that tower, Stephanie? See you later, the heroic policeman. See you later, Gurvinder. Take care. Okay, see, people already gathering. Sakura, don't worry. I will fix it later. There's no problem at all. I'll just adjust it and everything will be fine, so there's no need to worry. So we should be coming into Little Sun in basically a few seconds here. Yep, here we are. And this is Hammerfest. Ooh, a lot of people. Just need to check out the income on this. I'm going to, oh, this is way in the red. Still in the red, so just gonna speed this up to see how the passenger numbers changes. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can definitely see that Fagernes is booming. Folkmaster, the objective of this game is very simple. You're gonna build yourself a transport empire and you're gonna earn money. And that is basically the whole thing. And it's basically to build as much as you want. So it's more like what you really want to make out of it. You can also do it like basically as a model railway where you take the economy out of the equation and just build for the visuals. And there are a lot of people out there on YouTube who has made videos about using this game to kind of create real authentic railway stations from big cities and metros and stuff like that. And it's amazing how versatile this game is, and it basically it is what you make it to be for you personally. So everyone will probably experience this game in a different way. And for me, it has been to make the most effective transport system that I can with the means and to survive economically, which I would say is right now going fairly good. 2.8 billion in the bank, and we're gathering like 100 millions a year. I think that's quite good. Where's a month? It's a year. I think it's a year. Just need to see the finances for that. $50 million this far? Yeah. Yeah. 87 million a year. It's good. All the numbers are in blue except for infrastructures and infrastructure and investments, which is logical. Wow, this is a cash cow. There's a lot of people waiting here. I think I might need to put in yet another train. Oh, here it comes. That should reduce to 277. Ooh. Not that much yet. And how is Hammerfest doing? These buses are in the minus. It's not good. You need to earn money, guys, or you will be cancelled. Stephanie Smigo, yeah, it does. If you example, if you remember the road between Stavern and Fagernes had a lot of cars going on it. And if we look now, I think it should be reduced kind of quite significantly. Yes, it has gone from like 58 cars traveling in that direction down to 2. And at the same time, we now have 127 people traveling the same way by train. So the game takes that into account, and it kind of develops organically from that way. Let's see. And here, this was also kind of a booming road with over 60 cars or something going to Lillesand and Fredrikstad. And now we are down to 4 cars and 3 going to Fredrikstad. 6 cars going to Lillesand. That is a huge reduction. And on the other side, we have 224 traveling by train to Lillesand, and 272 are going further as well. And as you can see, the station is... there's a lot of people taking the train. So this is good. Mayo, yeah, I would really love to, but for me, I'm not able to kind of plop things into the cities. All I can do are related to transport. Wow, Fagernes has grown quite significantly. Now the trains are basically in the blue. So that means we are earning money. $8 million. This is going really good. And Stavern. Whoa! Yep, this town or city now has really grown. So what is the largest city now? Flekkefjord has actually surpassed Oslo in inhabitants. This is unheard of. Yeah, I think we have done a lot in this game. We extended the line from basically we have done even more. We actually extended the line from Flekkefjord to Kongsberg, Stavern, and all the way down to Tvedestrand and Fredrikstad. And we also constructed the new Fagernes ring that went from Tvedestrand, Lillesand, Hammerfest, Fagernes, and back down to Stavern. And we also did the oil service, and I think we have exchanged all rolling stock with the Flirt. So yeah, except for the regional trains, of course, and the freight trains. So this is basically now a railroad like it looks in Norway. It's quite cool actually. The airport that we built in last episode on the end of that is actually bringing in money. The Airport Express is definitely not bringing in money, and I think we're gonna change that in the next episode to see if a tram service can do a better job. So we'll just build a dedicated tram system that goes to the airport. For the other end at Jessheim, the airport there is basically just a part of line 1, which is a cash cow to start with, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. It's actually earning close to 15 millions a year. So this is a really good service, and 250k each time it reaches the airport. That is also really good. And we also did the oil service. I was able to look at Trondheim. This town has really grown. I don't think, yeah, look, we don't have catchment for the whole town. And there are even businesses and residentials on the other side. And the city has started to expand itself on the other side of the station. And yeah, when it comes to people, I guess it's quite the same still traveling. Not sure. And oil service, where are you? There's definitely a lot of oil here. That I can say. So it looks like we will have to put in another train to be able to... Wow, 13 million on this one as well. This is good. Systems are running really smooth. So I will call that the end of this episode, and I will continue in some time in the future on this map and see what other opportunities there are in the land of the good old company called NSB. So with that, I wish you all a continued really nice Saturday or Sunday, which it is here now because it's almost 1:30 a.m. So yeah, good night everyone, and see you all here in the next episode. Thank you.